Let me ask you something real. When was the last time you truly felt like you matter? Like your presence had a purpose, your voice had power, and your life held value? Not just to others, but to yourself. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and felt proud? Not because of what you've done, but simply because of who you are. Here's the truth that stings. The truth that nobody would ever tell you. Your depression is never about what is going on around you. It's not about the job, the breakup, the bills, or the silence. Sometimes it's about what's missing inside of you. It is the quiet moments when you feel invisible, even to yourself. The days you go through emotions that feels like you're not truly living, like the smiles are forced, your laughs are empty. You're functioning, but you're not alive. And somewhere in that normal routine, a question creeps in. What am I even doing this for? That question, right there in that question, is not weakness. It's not a drama. It's a cry for meaning, a cry to be seen, a cry for you to recognize your own worth without needing someone else to do it for you. Because no amount of external noise can silence the emptiness that grows inside of you when you don't feel the worth of yourself. When you feel hollow, it is not because you lack love. It is not because you lack success. It is not because you lack money, but because they or you lack self value. When you know your worth, and you start measuring it by things that does not identify you, by the opinions of others, by your achievement, by how many likes you get on social media, by how you're feeling in someone else's life, and you begin to live your life by the performance, always trying to impress, always trying to please, always trying to earn your place. But here's the truth: you are born worthy. You don't need to prove anything to deserve peace, to deserve love, to deserve rest, to deserve healing, to deserve appreciation. When you stop valuing yourself and you stop depending on the world to do it for you, that is when your self worth plays in. The world is inconsistent. One day you're celebrated, the next day you're forgotten. So you wait for someone to validate you, for someone to choose you, for someone to finally say you are enough. But deep down within you, you know that is not their job. It was never, and it never was. It is your responsibility to recognize your value, to treat yourself as somebody who matters, because you do. And that emptiness you feel, that pit in your stomach, that deep hole in your chest, is not just sadness, it's not weakness. It is a call to reconnect with yourself, to return to the original version of you, who used to dream, who used to believe, who used to look in the mirror and see how good you are, not exhausted. You are not broken, you are not lost. You are buried under years of public opinion, conditioning of public validation. But here is the good news: anything that's buried can be uncovered. And it starts by turning your attention inward, not to punish yourself, not to overanalyze your flaws, but to begin healing. Because when you finally stop and say, you are good, or you are worth it, that is when you begin to see your self worth. That is when other external things will begin to appreciate your value. Do not depend your validation on public opinion. Do not, evaluate your self-worth based on external validations. Thank you.